I forgot I have like a 15-minute.
No.
You're aggressive today.
Even Bubba's saying no. As soon as Evan said no, Bubba went.
Thank you, Bubba, for your support.
What does it mean?
Grab a drink real quick.
Because I'm trying to get
Go
things
ahead,
started
start.
here. I'm just matching your energy.
What energy? What's energy?
Something that we both need more of
Yes.
these days.
No.
No.
All right, let's
All right.
continue.
So I'm not going to do any pomp and circumstance. We're going to do this like the old-fashioned way. Just presentation, talking, no special effects, no background music. We're playing this old school here. So,
Okay.
and honestly, I feel like that might be better for us because I don't want to accidentally like copyright the wrong song.
That's fine. Let's do this.
I mean, honestly, there's no telling how many times I missed out with Sega not noticing that I use the Panzer Dragoon intro for when we do our recaps.
Oh, that does remind me of one thing. I got Salmon Legends of Dragoons poster as a little wedding gift for her. You have no idea how long it took me to find that silk poster for Legends of Dragoon.
I still need to play
one of her
that.
favorite characters. It took forever, and it took like 2 months for it to ship out to me.
Oh, yikes.
You never got me a wedding present?
I started something. Oh no.
Yeah, keep talking shit, you'll never get one.
Carly looks at Evan and goes, "You didn't get me a wedding gift."
Okay, I could just turn this back out and say like, well, you didn't get me one.
No. Fair.
Yeah. Anywho, so
Sorry,
Where we
I
le-
apologize.
So where we last left off our intrepid group of hunter warriors known as the Carrion Crew. Carrion Crew! They
These notes.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Salty. Sorry.
What the fuck, Carly? Everybody, have you seen my balls? They're big and salty and brown.
Just sticking my balls in your mouth. Sorry.
Ooh, suck on my chocolate salted balls.
You can tell it's Friday. I apologize.
It's Friday. We've had a hectic week at work. All that serotonin that has been like pushed down is now coming up with a vengeance. Anywho, so after a successful hunt against a what did I have? What did I have you guys fight against? A Gorgon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fought a Gorgon, we brought it back, and we turned it in.
Yeah, you all fought a Gorgon. You did have an encounter with the archbeast of the swamp region, the Hydra.
I gave them an orange.
You gave them good fruit.
I gave them good fruit.
Is good fruit.
It's good fruit.
That is still my favorite moment most with Lorelai. Then after somehow successfully escaping the judgment of the Hydra, you guys were able to successfully make it back to Acheron, turn in your spoils for some good amounts of gold here, as well as turning in a bunch of like metallic hide and scraps to old Joe in the hopes that maybe he might be able to fix up some stuff. So far everything is actually looking pretty good here until you guys actually exit the workshop and you find that there has been a hush throughout the entire Greyblade's headquarters, and you have found
This is that episode.
and you have found that Volthric is now basically staring down all the way at the entrance Mogul, who's basically like the head of finance and the one who funds the Greyblades. And this guy, and you all know how this guy looks like. This guy just looks like an absolute tool. Just tailored, pure white suit with matching pants. He's got a cane. And again, I will remind you all, though he is a Loxodon, he is covered in brown fur, very woolly mammoth-like.
He's a woolly mammoth Loxodon.
Even Benedict would be like, what is...
Yeah, and they both say it at the exact same time in perfect...
Come on.
They would both say "what a tool" in perfect sync, right next to each other.
Astrid would also be like, but that suit though.
It's after Labor Day. You don't wear white after Labor Day.
That's a myth.
Also, this is D&D. There is no Labor Day.
Exactly. You only wear it on Labor Day. You only wear it on. Yes.
So, as you guys exit, so now we're officially getting started here. So, yeah, you're all still at the Grey Blades, and you all walk out, and you see Volthric and Mogul basically staring daggers at each other, and Mogul just starts walking very slowly, just tapping his cane to the hard stone floor, and this is now. I would just like to point out how this all kind of looks. You are in a guild of some of the most successful hunters, warriors, trappers, trackers, monster hunting wizards and sorcerers. All of them are Red Sea parting, getting out of Mogul's way. Like, all of them look nervous around this guy. And you just see Mogul walk up to Volthric. He doesn't even notice you. He does not look in any of your directions. He just looks up at Volthric, who is a good head taller than Mogul. But you can all see, actually, let's see, kind of seeing how you guys kind of walked out of the workshop here. Dath, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
All right. Perception.
Why did you say that like so? Why did you say that like Sylvester the Cat?
I don't know, but I rolled an 18.
Nice.
All right, very nice. Yeah, an 18. So, Dath, because you were, and I'm just kind of saying this is the case, because you were the first one to walk out of the room, so you just kind of naturally are standing in a spot that's closest to Volthric compared to everyone else in the team. You kind of catch out of the corner of your eye, even though Volthric is the most swole silver dragonborn that you've ever seen. He's a winged dragonborn at that. And this guy is built like Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Ooh, nice.
You can sense the anxiety just coming off of him as Mogul approaches.
Full of HGH, got it.
What?
What's HGH?
Which HGH?
Human growth hormone.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Human growth hormones. It's
Oh,
steroids.
I thought you were
Oh.
saying like huge dick
that
energy,
over?
but it was a different acronym.
That's HDH. But I
Yeah,
hear
that's
it.
why I was like, is that a different acronym for that I've never heard?
Huge girth energy. I love not streaming with you guys. I feel like we get a bit more creative freedom here.
Rachel's gonna put that on her next shirt
Huge girth energy.
instead of what was it, cheater sleeper agent?
Oh my god. Anywho, so
My trigger
Mogul.
phrases, baby. I'm sorry.
So Mogul approaches Volthric, and you all just kind of hear him. He's not even being subtle about this. I hope that you finally have time for us to have our meeting today regarding your past performances. And Volthric, unfortunately, and you all see this, Volthric says nothing. He just kind of like hangs his head a little as he turns around and starts to head up the stairs with Mogul not far behind. And everyone just kind of like is watching them walk up the stairs. And everyone, again, is visibly nervous with Mogul in the room here.
Have we met him yet?
You've seen Mogul arrive one time at Uncle Voight's manor.
Was it ever instructed to us who he was?
Yes, actually.
Okay,
You've all
cool. I
kind
could not
of
remember that.
Mogul is a figure of Acheron that you all may not have met personally, but you all know of him. He's a very prominent figure that helps in Acheron's government. You basically have the big ones where you have crap, what did I have as his name?
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name.
Hold on.
Oh, I won't look at your notes.
Thank you.
Of course.
Who did I have?
Like the surprises.
Okay, so you got the major players. You got Gahun, who is basically the Lord Regent of all of Acheron. By all definition, he is the king, and he sits at the top of the pecking order of the government. You then have
I didn't mean to roll.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I pressed it.
You then have Mogul, and Mogul basically is the one in charge of making sure that the economy still functions. He's at the top of the pecking order whenever it comes to money. Gold, silver, trade, what have you. If it has to do with finance, he's the guy in charge of literally everything.
Got it.
And then the third major player is Sunraz. He's the Leonin Knight, who is the captain of the city guard. And as you all know, the city guard are the ones that defend Acheron, while the Greyblade guilds are the one that actually venture out into Acheron for hunting expeditions. So the Greyblades are the offensive, and the city guard are the defensive, in case anything were to try and siege Acheron. So yeah, while it's doubtful that any of you have actually met Mogul in the past, you certainly know of him, and he is... And actually, this actually brings a great opportunity. Strider, I would like you to roll me a history check.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Oh, let's see here. 15.
15. Okay, a 15 definitely works. So you...
Oh shit.
What's it?
I'm sorry. I just keep accidentally.
What are you trying to do?
I was just going through to see if I don't know, just like fucking.
Are you just reading through
everything.
stuff?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I apologize.
You're
Please
fine.
continue.
You're fine. So Strider, you personally know this because you were basically taught this by your mentor, Garah, the other Goliath. Mogul is not only the head of finance and economy in Acheron, it was his financing that personally funded the Greyblades. So with...
And if I remember right, Volthric told that to Stridar when they had their one-on-one meeting, and Stridar basically told Volthric that he thought Goron was a tool. So
yeah, and Volthric agreed with you on that regard. But yeah,
Yes.
Without Mogul's funding, the Greyblades would effectively just completely cease to exist.
Oh.
Yeah, with a name like Mogul, what else are you going to be?
Exactly.
right.
Is that that's Final Fantasy, right?
No.
No, you're thinking of Moogle.
Mogul is literally a term for someone that has a lot of
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes and no. I mean, it was intentional, but for a completely different reason.
money. Yeah, it's like being a retail mogul. It literally means like you're one of like the top people in that field. Goodbye.
Oh my god, that's so funny. God.
Okay.
Evan had to show me a reference so I understand.
Just to kind of get an idea of what he looked like.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, the moment that Mogul and Volthric vanish, like, above the stairs out of sight, the collective air of the whole lobby of the Greyblades headquarters just suddenly like, literally everyone in eyesight lets out a breath, like everyone was holding it. And at that moment, a couple of the receptionists, Anne-Marie included, are like, all right, everyone, show's over. Come on, let's continue doing business here. And everyone just starts going back, talking with each other, dealing with the receptionists, turning in jobs, collecting jobs. Now, that being said, though, the day is kind of yours in this case. So what do you all wish to do? You've all had a successful hunt. It's about, like, 2 p.m. in the afternoon right now.
Hmm.
So what do you all wish to do?
Wheel?
Uh,
Do we have to stay in the Greyblades or can we like go out?
It's completely up to you.
Mm. Mr. DM.
Go ahead.
Oh, go for it, Strider.
No, you go ahead. I'm still working it out. You go for it.
This is a stupid question. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
How much fruit do I have left in my bag?
I think you have, like, well, you basically just collected a lot of fruit, and last I checked, you only gave, like, 1 orange to the
And
Hydra.
I brought a lot of it back to my place.
And you brought a lot of it back to your place. So I would say, like, on you, I would say you have, like, 4 pieces of fruit left.
Alright.
What those fruits are specifically, I'll
It's
leave up to
me.
you.
Got you. I'm gonna go kind of just walk around the Greyblades headquarters and kind of explore a little bit.
All right. What is everyone else going to be doing today? You kind of have the rest of the day to yourselves to kind of give yourselves time to rest and recuperate after the hunt with the Gorgon.
I'm gonna go check in on my girl.
Yeah,
right.
you are. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I want to go to someplace and get something sweet to eat.
Ooh, there you go.
All right. So Lorelai, you're just gonna hang out in the great. No, I know. I'm
Okay.
going down the list.
Got you.
Just to make sure I got
sorry.
everything straight. Let me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just didn't know if you heard her.
I did. So Lorelai, you're gonna just hang out the Grey Blades. Stridar, you're going to see your woman.
I'll go see my girl. Take her out on a nice date.
Yeah, you are. Lorelai or Fidelma, thank you.
Mhm.
Fidelma.
That's what I thought you did the first time. That's why I was.
No, the first time was
yourself.
intentional. The second
Gotcha.
time I actually did flub up.
Okay.
Fidelma, you are gonna be. Sounds like you're gonna be heading down to the local market to kind of get yourself some nice little homemade sweets and confections to kind of celebrate a job well done.
And all kinds of good stuff.
All kinds of good
yeah.
stuff. Now at this time, well, actually, before I get into that, Dath, what about you?
I think I need some new clothes.
Right, because you are currently at this moment the only one who is just completely covered in Gorgon blood.
Right.
Which,
I
by the
guess I
way,
should actually shower first and then go get new clothes.
That'd be smart.
I would like to add, you are getting some stares, and they are a mixture of everyone going like, "Oh my god, what did he kill?"
It's a mixture of everybody going, "Oh my god, oh my god."
It's like that moment in Rooster Teeth Camp.
And I mean, and
Yeah.
Conrad and Stridar did tell the ladies that, hey,
The Bloody Bard.
The bloody barn, yeah.
I think,
now-
I think,
Sabrina's trying to get
Oh,
your
shoot.
attention.
I know.
Sorry.
I was actually working my way over to you, Sabrina. In fact, I was actually gonna go to you next after Liam here. So, what is it that Malice wishes to do?
So I have a pot on the stove boiling that I have to tend to. You can just say Malice and Fizzgig are going to their room to take a bath.
All right, not a problem.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
I
you
was
for letting us
confused there
know.
for a minute.
Yeah, I can still hear you from in the kitchen. My microphone on the computer is not as good as this one.
That's totally fine. Thank you for letting me know. Once you come back, we'll come back to you. But yeah, take your time.
Okay.
All right, and all that leaves is Kara. What will you be doing today?
Kara wants to take a bath because even though she's not covered in Gorgon blood, she is probably sweaty
Oh yeah.
from all the fighting stuff. And then she actually wants to come back to the Grey Blades and go to the library to do a little bit of research.
All right. So, with that being said, we're actually going to start things off with Lorelai. So, and then we'll go down it, and I do have a plan here, so just bear with me. Now, Lorelai, you said you're not really going anywhere. You're just kind of just hanging out.
Look around a little bit.
You're going to look around a little bit. All right. Roll me a... Okay, so we're going to assume that you are just casually walking around the lobby and the upper floors, looking down
Yeah.
the halls. So for all of this, I would like you to roll me just one general perception check.
And I'm actually gonna use one of these because I got
Do you want to get like the little dice pad?
Yeah, that'd probably be smart.
I think, where did I put it? Is it around
Don't
here?
mind me, y'all. I'm just a mess today. Don't worry about it.
That's okay.
I think I took it so Oliver wouldn't eat it.
Oh, I think it's back on top of the printer.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right.
My apologies. All right. You said perception?
Perception.
I got an 8.
Okay. So an 8.
It's not any better than yesterday.
Okay, so an 8 is not bad, but you don't get a full idea of what all is here. Now, as you look around, you get an idea that the Grey Blades headquarters is in of itself a pretty large structure that's built into the rock of the mountain that is Acheron City. The main parts of it are two massive floors on top of each other. You got the lobby, which is the ground level, and that's mostly where the massive reception is. It's where the giant post board is for new jobs. And it also has a lot of meeting tables for hunters to like meet up, chat with each other, and form plans.
Mhm.
The second floor right above it is basically just one giant cafeteria and tavern.
Oh, okay.
And this place is very nice because this is one of the few parts of the Grey Blades that is actually not open to the public. Only Grey Blades can eat up here. So you get a whole and they have like a whole massive kitchen where you can get pretty much anything that is within reason to make, but you can also get like drinks, put in requests, and it also has a bunch of other tables where you can again meet up with Grey Blades, kind of chat, get some ideas. Are you just kind of casually looking around, or are you wanting to like do something more specific?
I was just kind of casually looking around until I found something kind of interesting. But I think that she'd be like, "Oh, you know what? I could probably eat." So she's gonna go up and she's gonna get herself some foodstuffs.
All right. You walk up to the tavern bar, and as you look kind of past the bar, you see that pretty much everyone in the kitchen, including working the bars, the majority of them are goblins. Except for one woman who seems to be the head of everything. This very large, rotund woman who just seems to be a delight with everyone.
Love that.
She actually sees you approach and goes like, "Oh, hello, dear."
Mrs. Doubtfire!
I knew that was gonna happen the instant it left my mouth.
I've only been alone for a day, and I'm already having hot flashes.
Lifts up the pan. His
Yeah.
boobs are both burnt. Oh, I love that movie so much. Anyway,
I was like, "What can I get you?" It's like, God damn it.
I can't deal with it. You need a new voice, otherwise I'm gonna be so distracted. I'm like not gonna hear
What can I do
anything.
for you, darling?
So, what can I get you today?
That's a little
Listen,
West
as a
Coast stuff.
child of divorce, that movie speaks to me on a personal level. Anyway,
And it's also that movie where I got the inspiration for Tyler's reaction to Oma being Frigga, going like, "But how the whole time?
Sally Fields is a national treasure. Anyway, she's gonna say, well, I've never actually been to a restaurant. What do you have?
Well, let's see. What would you be in the mood for? Are you in the mood for maybe poultry? Probably something a bit more feeling like some beast of burden? Would you like something a little bit more plant-based? Or are you just looking for a nice stiff drink?
I have a chicken sandwich. Would be really good.
Do I look like a fucking Chick-fil-A?
You said anything I want.
That is true. I just feel like sandwich just for some reason in my mind sounded like way more modern than it should be in this world. But you know,
Sandwiches were canon in the Middle Ages. They actually
No, I
did that
know.
by working people so that they could eat stuff on the go. The bread was actually made so that all of the stuff inside didn't touch their fingers.
all right.
Mom, you want to get in on this? Or?
Yeah,
It's called a pasty, and a sandwich did not really exist until the century.
I never knew that. Sorry.
I mean, that's fine still. I mean, a sandwich still would have worked. I mean, this is a fantasy setting.
Well, wait, Dory, what did you say?
I said, that's the point. I mean, it's like a sandwich, but it's not.
I didn't know that's what it was called, and now I do.
Yeah, pasty.
Cute.
Nice. The tall woman kind of thinks for a moment and goes like, "I think we can find something for you." And then she turns around and it's like her attitude just fucking shifts where she just starts like barking angry loud orders in Goblinese. And you see all of the goblins in perfect sync say something in Goblinese. Again, you don't understand Goblin, but you're pretty sure they all said some version of "Yes, chef."
I'm a bastard.
Oh, and do you guys also have like it's not alcoholic, but just like a grape juice?
Oh, like a fruit juice. Oh, yes, we definitely
Oh
have
my God.
non-alcoholic choices. We know there are a lot of people here that wish to keep a more sober and pure lifestyle.
The
I think
last
we can.
time I had that, it didn't go too well.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
Anyway, if you'll give me just a moment, and for the sake of expediency, she comes out like 10 minutes later, huge platter with this very nice chicken sandwich. This looks like something out of Boston Market here. And a giant pint of just fruit juice.
And Lorelai just has like star eyes, and she's just like looking at the sandwich like it's like an anime thing, or she's just like.
Drool, drool,
Yeah.
drool. All right. So is that pretty much all you're doing? You're just
Yeah.
kind of hanging out eating? All right. Awesome. We are now going to turn to Fidelma.
Yes.
So Fidelma, as you vacate the Greyblade headquarters and you start to make your way down into the actual like city proper, where all of the different like food and market stands, it's still kind of in their like afternoon shopping rush, because again, it's like 2-3 p.m. right now. Things are just at a bop right now. All the stands are packed. Everyone's like doing a lot of shopping, and there's not just like item stands, but there's food stands as well. And you said you were specifically looking for something like confectionery, like sweets, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. All right. So for this one, Fidelma, I would like you now to roll me a perception check.
Okay, now here's the thing. I've never used D&D rolls, so you're gonna have to help me.
Don't do it. It'll burn
You've
you.
never- you've
Just
never
use your
rolled on
normal
D&D Beyond?
dice.
No, I've never.
I mean, you can just go on Google and like do a D20 there.
Liam.
It's burned me so. Oh, Leah, you're muted.
If you do it on D&D Beyond, it actually adds in any modifiers that you have, though.
Okay, so how do I do?
You just click the plus numbers. That's all you need to click.
So just click on the plus number right next to
Like
perception.
right here, you just click it.
Okay.
You're not
Yeah.
clicking it.
Yeah.
You're like off to the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it rolled
Okay.
There you go.
12.
12?
Yep.
There it
Okay.
goes.
So Fidelma, with a 12, you actually are successful and able to find like the section of food stands where they are. You smell a lot of sweet smell and stuff, and you catch this one scent that really like pricks your nose for a moment, and you follow it, and you see this one. I can't remember what they are. I think they're called grungs. They're basically frog people. And you see this one grung who is handing out these strange things. They look like brown spheres with a stick in them. And you see some people pay like a couple like 2 silvers for them, and they are given like these brown spheres on a stick. As you approach, the grung kind of notices you and goes like, "Oh, hello. Are you interested in trying the latest craze of Acheron?"
I'd love to try it.
All right, now let me ask you this: have you ever? I take it you've had fruit before, have you?
Yeah, I have a friend who has lots of fruit.
Hey, that's you. Well, we discovered this new recipe that is currently making waves with all of the food mongers of the city. We apparently took an apple and we covered it in this very sweet tasting glaze.
Sorry.
What?
I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
What's going on?
He's so cute.
You're trying to give culinary like descriptions to a woman who literally does this for a living. That's what's funny.
He's trying his best.
And I know he's doing a candied apple. It's just cracking me up.
Yeah, it's a candied apple.
It's good. Good. No. It's good. Oh, yes. I'd like to try that.
All right, not a problem. That will be 2 silver.
Oh, silver. Okay. Here you go.
And here you go. and he just hands you the stick, and you see this freshly like hardened shell of some kind of brown goo on what might be an apple.
Oh gosh.
Let me ask you something. What's the stuff on the outside?
Oh, that is something called caramel. Guys, come on, I'm trying here.
You're just so cute.
It's pronounced caramel. But, yeah.
Tomato. I've never met somebody that calls it tomato though.
I mean, I'm just yanking your chain, man.
I know.
Obviously, you're doing fine. I know you guys would be giving me the same shit, when I DM, so.
Now, how do I eat this? Do I just
You just take a bite out of it.
bite?
Just take a huge bite.
It's a fucking apple.
Or is it?
I just gotta realize who I made this guy. Rajishupaf? Yeah, Leah got that one.
I should know that.
Oh my god, I literally made Barkeep.
Oh, yeah, okay. Shoe puff, that's it. Impossible.
Impossible.
I will say, as bringing up Spoonie, I know is a weird thing, but I do love that he compared him to Jar Jar Binks.
Well, yeah, because he kind of was.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
entire situation's very sad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, Josh.
It just dawned on me. Did you really make Mogul as in freaking Mammoth Mogul from Sonic?
Yes, he did. That's who he showed me.
And this isn't even the first. The first character I made.
Dude.
I brought in the fucking Chaotix.
It's
I
really a
know.
Sonic
I know,
campaign.
that's why it dawned on me. I was thinking about the Chaotix, and then yeah, no, yeah.
What's it? Gotta get back here.
Is this a secret, or can I share it with my friend who has the fruit?
Oh, please tell everyone about this.
Hey, thank you. It's yummy.
All right. And with that, we are now going to turn our attention to Strider, Kara, and Malice. Now, Malice, I do know that you are still kind of doing cooking stuff on your end, so we'll still give you a bit of time before we come to you. Worst case scenario, you already told me what your character is doing, so you're fine. All right, so Strider, Malice, and Kara, you all return to Uncle Voight's manor in the upper floors. Malice, to kind of breeze by you, unless you want to interject with something later on, we're just gonna say that your character basically just beelines for her room to take a nice relaxing bath and a very nice nap. All right, awesome. We're then gonna turn to Kara. You pretty much do the same. You get everything off. You take one of the most relaxing baths you've ever had. It's very, very nice. You feel refreshed. You feel clean. You do not feel greasiness anywhere. Now, that being said, though, you said that you actually wanted to do something after your bath. Is that right?
Yes. I want to go back to the Great Blades, to the library area, wherever they might have some books that I can do. Basically, what I'm trying to do is go to anywhere that my father has been and see if there's any way I can find other clues to even a little piece of what the cipher might, the cipher code to read his journal might be.
All right. All right. So with that, for the sake of expediency, we'll say that you finished your bath and you just beelined away from the manor. You gave a goodbye. You gave a goodbye, low kiss on the cheek to your uncle before walking out. I'll be back later tonight, Uncle Void. And he's like, oh, fine. Do be careful. You return to the Grey Blades and you go to the library now. So for specifically what you're looking for, I would like you to roll me an. I would like you for you to. Well, let me ask you this. Are you just going to try and look for any clues yourself, or there are attendants in the library that you can talk to, and they might be able to help out depending on how you play this. So, how do you want to do this?
So, not necessarily wanting to give any clues at this time to who
Oh.
my father is.
Oh,
Yeah, it got the signal to cut the feed for
Oh.
Sabrina's stream. Yeah, I could see
Oh.
Dana giving me the sign.
All right.
All right.
Um,
So okay, so yeah, so apologies, Kara, please continue.
Okay, so not necessarily wanting to tell anybody like who my father is or anything like that. I guess I would go to. I guess I might ask the attendants, not telling them specifically that he's my father. I will go, and because I'm half elf, they wouldn't necessarily like key in immediately to the fact that he's my father. I'll go up to the attendants and ask them if they know if there's any journals or writings by Richard Lest.
All right. All right. So you approach one of the attendants of the Greyblades library, and this is a very small owlin who is currently on shift working the shelves. And you just see who is basically half your height, this little barn owl Aarakocra, but they're called owlins. And this poor little guy is wearing just the biggest glasses ever.
Is he like the Tootsie Pop owl?
I was thinking.
Mr. Owl,
I
how
w-
many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop?
I was honestly thinking more Pidge from Voltron, but yeah, we'll go with. But yeah, we'll go with the Tootsie Pop owl. But yeah, the glasses are huge. And as soon as you approach, he like almost like lets go of everything, like oh my god, oh dear, I'm so sorry. It's a Greyblade. Oh dear, okay, I didn't think anyone would come in here at this time. Okay, so what how can we help you?
Hello. Greyblade. Yeah, we don't have to go over that. Do you have any journals or any books that may have entries written by Richard Lest?
Richard Lest? That name is not really familiar. Although we do keep archives and indexes of various entries that get added to our library. Just a moment. And he like kind of like sets down all the stack of papers on a nearby table, and he kind of waddles over to this giant podium. And a lot of you have seen this before. It's basically a giant podium, and on top of it is this massive brown book. And this is basically the library index. So literally anything that has an important enough entry is found in here, and he is able to be, and the index will be able to tell him like where it is in the library. So he like flips open the book, and I am now going to do a. I'm not going to do it like that. I am now going to do a intelligence check for this guy. Give me just one moment. I just need to find him first. There he is. Okay, so for an intelligence check. Ooh, he rolled a dirty 20.
Oh.
Okay, so with a 20, he goes like, let's see, R Richard.
R.
Or
Not seeing much of anything here. Oh, of course, because it's sorted by last names. It flips back from the R's back over to the L's. Let's see. Lest. Ah, yes. Here we go. So yes, it looks like we do have a few entries here from a Richard Lest. Not a lot of entries though here. There only seem to be a few. Looks like mostly just like old archived successful hunt receipts. Though there does seem to be something here. Would you like to take a look?
Oh yes, please.
All right. Okay. So it looks like the archived the hunt success receipts. Those can be found in shelf B, section 2. This third entry here. It's a little vague on what this one might be. It says this one is in shelf H, section 7. So if you're interested, you might want to check that out.
Thank you very much. And yeah, Kara, she goes back to, where he was telling her, and she starts to look through for her father's entry.
All right. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
You doing okay?
Yeah.
Be 17.
A 17. All right. A 17 is quite successful. So, with a 17, you're looking around, and you actually see and it kind of sticks out from the rest of the books here. I mean, again, these aren't like professionally made books where they just collected information. This is very much kind of like a Library of Alexandria kind of setup where they never wrote down information and put them in books. They just took books like from people and put them on a shelf. If people were willing to donate said knowledge. So you do
as a history person who actually studied history, any mention of the Library of Alexandria just breaks my heart.
My mom's the same exact way.
I mean,
Also book nerd, so
Carly and I went on the Spaceship Earth ride twice at Epcot, and it mentions like the rise of communication, and one of the sections was the burning of the Library of Alexandria.
Every time that you mention that, my mom gets she just
like another gray hair
goes in on herself. It's really funny. I mean, I totally get it.
Yeah. And you actually do see this one book, and it kind of sticks out because it's not like a normal sized book. This looks like another tiny little, like a very roughed up sketchbook. And it just kind of sticks out to you because it just doesn't seem to fit with all of the others.
Gaston, what are you doing here?
Hey.
You see an olive-skinned human who's just kind of tucked away in the shelves, going like, what's going on? Did someone call me?
What did Grayberry do now?
And Daston just runs away.
Yes, I would like to pull the book out and see what's in it. Like, is there any odd drawings? Like, I found the odd little what looked like waves.
Yeah, very much so. Now pretty much in the first couple pages you are seeing sketches of, basically animals, various locations of home, but like every once in a while you see the same weird shoddy little doodles that you also found on the island map that your father drew. And the same kind of designs can be found in this little sketchbook as well. When really they still kind of stick out because these shoddy little doodles are like covering all of the dead space of the pages, when right in the middle of the pages are very expertly artistically rendered sketches of like mostly the archbeasts. Now that being said, though, Kara, I would like you to roll me one more investigation check.
Oh, that would be a 19 that time.
Um,
I'm liking your DM tonight.
I live.
Yay.
Yay. Would you like us to turn your camera back on, or do you still need a moment?
No, you can turn it back on.
All right. Okay, you doing okay?
Yeah, just sore now.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Anywho, so Kara, with a 19, you kind of flip through the pages a bit, and again, it's just more sketches of the archbeasts, and it's just kind of like that's all it is inside this book. However, because you rolled a 19, which is much higher than I thought you were going to roll, as you are flipping through these pages, your hand, which is kind of like holding the front cover, something feels weird about the front cover. Like, there seems to be a section in the cover itself that seems like it's very faint and almost impossible hard to notice. It is just by pure luck because you rolled a 19 regarding this, but you feel like
Some
a
DM bitterness right there.
DM
Right.
bitterness right there. You feel a very faint raised section, like in the front cover.
Just
What do you do?
She like closes the book and like starts feeling over where she was feeling. And it's like,
As you feel around, you actually feel that it's not just a tiny section of the cover. It like takes up a huge portion of the cover. Like, okay, think of it this way. If the entire cover of the book is like the same like overall size of like my palm here, fingers included, this raised section is like the palm itself. It feels like there's something in the cover.
she looks around the corner and then like looks around just to see if there's like anybody there.
Roll me a perception check.
Ah, yes, my perception is +4. Which makes that 18.
Yeah, with an 18, that Owlin Shy Boy is thankfully back to working on his pages, and his back is completely turned to you.
So Lens, I pull out my dagger.
Yeah.
I go to cut open the like, is it like a journal where it's hold? Just hold on. No, like on a hardcover book, or like where you find like the leather journals that have like a page that's like glued in.
Yeah,
Is it like that?
it is like that.
I would like to try and just put my dagger between the leather and the paper and do a little slit and try to pull whatever's in there out.
All right. Okay. This is just how the scene is going, so I apologize for making you do all these checks, but now I need you to roll me a dexterity check.
Roll all the checks.
Roll all the checks,
all
woman.
the checks.
All the checks. All the checks. That would be 22, Mr. DM. Your DM dice like me tonight. Physical dice do not normally like me, okay? So I am actually very happy with your DM dice tonight.
All right. Well, with a 22, you are able to expertly surgically make a very thin cut inside the front cover itself. And the moment that you do, you see a tiny little sparkle of like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, like literal rainbow colors. You have unleashed the gay upon the world. No.
Hey. Gay. Sorry.
Planet, she's a hero.
As you kind of open up the cover, you see sparkling before you what looks like a very, very thin stone. Like this thing is very thin, but it has like a very slight curve to it, and it's got almost like a mother of pearl kind of material where it's just super reflective, very opal like, but at the same time it's like reflecting like all the colors of the actual rainbow itself.
I'm gonna try to very carefully, because I don't know how fragile it might be. I'm gonna try to very carefully pull it from the cover.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a break here. No need to do a check for this one. Because yeah, you are successfully able to pull the strange object out of the cover. And again, this thing is about almost like just a little bit thicker than paper. But as you kind of hold it in your hand and you kind of pinch it a bit, this thing is like quite hard.
I slip it into my shirt and just kind of close up the book, slide it back in, and then go, well, and she kind of she walks away from walks out from the bookshelf, and it's like, wow, that's very effective. I appreciate your help.
The owlin kind of looks at you, kind of stumbling with his papers. He gets like, "Oh dear. You're finished already?"
Yes, I believe I found exactly what I was looking for.
Oh well, it has been a pleasure to be of service to someone who says they are not a Greyblade, but knowledge should be free. It was wonderful helping you out, miss.
Well, thank you. And what's your name?
Jackson.
Oh, let's see. I actually did have a name for this guy. My name is Jara.
Your name for him, his name is Dastin.
It is
What was
Jara.
Your name is Dastin. No, that's not. Never mind. I was about to go really dark there for a minute.
It reminds me of fucking Forest, where he had introduced a sage turtle, and his group was like, "Your name is Oogway." No, my name is Aukare. Your name is Oogway. That's what we're referring to you as. Get used to it.
I was about to go in a darker turn, but I stopped myself.
All right. Now with that, we are now going to finally turn the cameras to Dath.
Hey.
So, Dath, you said you wanted to try and get a bath for yourself as well. Were you wanting to go back to Voight's Manor for this, or possibly someplace else?
Is there like a shower at the Greyblades?
There was that hot spring in the basement.
What?
Was it in the basement?
Yeah. Well, where did Lorelai take her bath?
That was like the best thing ever.
Oh, that was at Voight's Manor.
No, man. That was in the Greyblades. I remember that.
You sure that wasn't 1.0?
Mm-mm. That was like a hot stone bath. Were you like...
Gosh. Yep.
It's the bath that I commented that I couldn't take the Hellhound to because he could sear the flesh off people that weren't fireproof.
Yeah. She went to some public bath that was like nice and hot. And she had like relaxed.
Okay, I remember now. So there was a public bath, but it wasn't at the Greyblades.
But it was.
No, but there's like a separate section. So yeah,
Okay.
there isn't one at the Greyblades, but there is like a public, like Japanese style public bathhouse here.
All right, I'll go to that.
Okay.
And she was like the only one in there, and it was delightful.
So, Dath, as you're walking there, bear in mind you are still wearing all of your bard clothes, but you are still covered in dark red Gorgon blood.
I know, that's why I'm trying to go take a bath.
However,
You have about 5 things that are just in your way that you have to defeat before you can take a bath.
Roll for initiative 5 times.
Oh god!
And of course, you are still getting stares. A lot of them are freaked out. Some of them are like, "Oh my!"
Yeah, it's like the whole. Oh my god! Oh my god!
But you do eventually make your way over to the bathhouse, and yes, it is separated by genders here, like all,
Right.
like obviously. You get yourself cleaned up, and you put your clothes away, and they will be laundered for you. And the good news is you are successfully able to get all the blood off you, and you're back to your normal. Actually, let me ask you this, because I think this can be different depending on how you play this. And this is going to be a horrible question, but just bear with me, because I am honestly curious. Because you're a half orc and not a full-blooded orc, what actually is your skin color?
I always imagine it as kind of a pale pinkish green kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I knew half orcs can be a little bit more flexible with skin color, while orcs are either like all gray, all green, or something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're successfully able to get all the blood off you. All of your clothes. By the time, yeah, I got the hiccups now. By the time you're done, all of your clothes are freshly cleaned for you, and they're dried, and you're ready to go about your day. So now that you're all clean, what is it that you wish to do?
I need to go buy some better clothes for what I'm doing.
All right. So as you make your way to like the clothing stores that you've all have been to before, of course, there's really one that you have been to before that everyone else is quite familiar with. And as you walk through the doors, you hear a whiplash as a cape is just unfurled, and standing before you is Gary.
All right.
Like,
Gary!
oh, I remember you. You and your lovely little gang here bought some clothes from me, and last I checked, you actually loved them. Oh, so what can I do for you today?
Gary!
I think, despite being more of a storyteller, I think I'm going fights than I thought, and I think I'm going to need some more practical wear for that sort of thing.
All right, not a problem, not a problem. I'm pretty sure that we can find something for you. Let me ask you this, because this will determine whether I'm able to help you out or not. What exactly are you in the market for? Are you looking for something with a bit more protection, or do you wish to be a little bit more flexible?
Flexibility. I'm a half orc, so my hide is already pretty strong.
Right, not a problem, not a problem. I'm pretty sure that I can find something here. Is it just you here today, darling?
So far.
All right, not a problem. Let me see. And if you'll give me a moment, Liam, I actually am looking up something for you.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, what is Dath currently wearing right now?
That's a good question. Leather padded. That's about it.
Leather padded. How much? What's the armor class of that one?
Well, leather is 1. It's light armor. Padded is light armor.
Okay,
I
so
thought
what?
we got studded. Didn't we all get studded at one point?
Studded, I believe, is being made for you, but I'm not sure if you all actually have it yet.
I thought we got that already, and now we're getting something else. We're getting shields.
Right. Yeah, you all got studded leather from Old Joe, and now he's making more like metal-based stuff for you, like shields.
Right.
And a saddle for Fizzgig.
No, we already have the saddle.
Oh, you already have the saddle. Okay,
I thought-
yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, Sabrina, Fidelma wanted
forgot so
Fizzgig to have a
much.
saddle so that Fidelma could ride on his back.
It was quite
Alright.
adorable.
It
He
was-
has a new mount.
Yeah.
And with that, since he's going to be your mount and my combat pet, Fidelma, you have full permission to take control of Fizzgig at any time.
Oh,
Goodness! Wow!
shit!
So that's so cool. Thank you.
All right. So with this, I do believe that I might have something here. And again, Liam, remind me, what is it again that Dath is wearing right now?
It's just padded and leather, like 2 different things.
Padded and leather. Okay. All right. So with this, Gary pulls out like something from behind the desk, and he pulls out this leather top that seems to be a little bit more sturdier. This is this is basically a bit of an upgrade to what you have. This is studded leather +1.
Ooh.
Studded.
Let's see. I do believe that this is something that I can definitely sell to you for. Let me see here. For this one, I think 5 gold is a fair price.
Alright. Why can't I find it? I can't find it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, Liam. I found the D&D Beyond page. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
There you go. Just sent it.
Alright.
So hopefully that helps out.
Oh, there's a comma. That might be why I couldn't find it.
Oh.
It is finicky like that.
Don't you just hate computers
No,
sometimes?
that didn't help. Alright. Hang on. Let me see if I can figure this out. But okay, how much does it cost?
5 gold.
That should be fine.
Might be something you're not proficient in if you have proficients selected on your search for items.
Mm.
That or if it's a special item that's not in like the standard items, like it's in maybe a book or something, Evan might have to add it to your character sheet for you.
Okay.
That's something we can do at a later time, but good to know. But yes, if you so choose to, Dath, you do have a studded leather +1.
Alright. Got it.
All right,
I
awesome.
already paid, so.
All right, awesome. So you walk out of the shop with your new leather armor. Now, with that being said, Dath, I would like you to roll me a perception check. Well, actually, no, don't roll me. What's your passive perception right now?
11.
11. Okay, yeah, roll me a check.
Alright. $11.
God damn it! Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Give me just a moment here. Just want to make sure I got everything straight for this. All right. So as you walk out of the shop and you start to stroll down the street a little bit more now that you got your new clothes, you do hear what sounds like a bit of a commotion, almost like a fight. And you realize as you turn towards the noise, it's coming from the Wolf's Claw Tavern, your old place of employment back when you were a bouncer.
Okay. I go in.
Okay. And as you go in there, you actually see like a whole bunch of your like barmaid, like your old barmaid friends that all seem to be trying to settle down a bunch of like bar patrons that are just getting rowdy, they're demanding drinks, and they're just overall just disrupting the overall like atmosphere with their rowdiness. And it's you see a bunch like you see about like 4 orcs, like full-blooded orcs, and they're just being a rowdy fucking mess right now.
All right. I go up to one of the barmaids and say, "What the hell is going on?"
And it's oh god, I cannot remember the name I gave her, but she's the little like goblin barmaid who helped you come up with your Triton-based Romeo and Juliet story.
Right.
And she goes like, "Oh, Dath, maybe you can help us out. This party just came in, and they're disrupting everything, and they've driven out all the other patrons, and they're just, geez, they're causing so much property damage right now."
All right. I'll see what I can do.
All right, just be careful, dear.
Right. So I walk over
Yeah, the right now the 4 orcs don't even notice that you're even there. They're too busy just like rousing it up, pouring drinks into each other's like mouths. They're like a bunch of frat boys right now.
Hmm. Can I speak orc to them?
Is Orcish in your language?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, go right ahead. What do you say to them?
I say, all right, fellas, what the hell is this all about?
At that moment, hearing their mother tongue, the orcs all stop with the rowdiness and they all slowly turn towards you at the same time. By the way, you are like half their height.
Right.
These orcs are tall. And one of them just kind of walks up to you and goes like, "What's the problem then, little one? You got a problem with us?"
Oh.
Well, it's not just me. It seems like everybody here.
Well, we're just having a good time here. Well, we just
Do you
want to have
a
a
good time, a
couple.
little quieter.
And who's to you to say that we should be quiet? We've all had a hard day's work. We've all had our hunts. We deserve a little hoopla. And then the other 3 orcs are like, yeah!
That's funny.
And there's a 5th orc who's like a quarter of their height going, yeah!
Yeah.
I basically tell them all, look, you all need to settle down because this is not how we do things here.
And how is it that you like to do things here?
We like to make sure that it's welcoming for everyone.
At that moment, all of the orcs just start laughing. And they're basically just like poking fun at you, going like, "Oh my god, get a load of this guy here." However, at that moment, one of the orcs, a different one, slowly stops laughing, and he kind of looks at you for a moment, and he goes like, "Hey, wait a minute! Hold on there! You seem a little familiar to me. You come to this place often?"
I used to be a server here, yes.
I used to be a server. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're that... Wait a minute. I know you. Didn't you used to write, like, old stories? Like, way back in the day? Like, even during your so-called bouncer days here?
I still do.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew I recognized you! You're Fenneca's son, aren't you?
Oh.
I was.
And we are going to move the camera away from there for a moment
Oh.
for a nice little
We
cliffhanger.
get some backstory. Wait, what'd you say, Liam? I'm sorry.
No, I just said backstory.
And this is how we're gonna end the session. We're now gonna end it with certainly not least with Strider.
Oh.
So Strider, compared to everyone else, you took your time getting cleaned up.
Yeah,
Like
you
everyone else just
did.
wanted to get the grime off you. You took your time. You actually went through like whatever the like D&D fantasy medieval version of complete facial exfoliation is.
Basically what Strider did, he made sure like the hot bath that he has in his room actually had like some gown meal and lavender and like some lemon wedges like and stuff in there, so like it would be all nice and clean. And he did the same thing with his nicer clothes, and he had like Zethar like with a lighter heat to dry the clothes, but not so much that like this nice smell of the clothes would still be on there. Still be that citrusy.
Oh yeah.
Their smell on there, and he even just like did like he took like his dagger, went up to a mirror, and just like make sure like his beard is like nice and trimmed right.
Gotta look good for his
All right,
girl, man.
Strider, I would like you to. Oh, okay, so for using the knife to kind of shave and groom your facial hair, I would like you to roll me a dexterity check.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's 19 plus 3.
Okay, so I don't even need to know the total because like 18, because like 15 was the DC on this. Okay, so yeah, you are able.
Can you imagine if you got like a 1 and you just completely
You just-
butchered
you
your
just-
beer?
You go to see Amaya and you have all the tiny little pieces of toilet paper just blocking all the little blood cuts. But no, with a 19, doesn't even matter what the plus number was. You are able to expertly just perfectly groom to the point where like you have never seen more symmetrical facial hair on your own face.
And you're like,
Until
"I did
this day,
really good."
Because it's like you took your time with this one.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
as
Over to Zephyr, I'm like, good. He's like,
by the way, Zethar took the time to also clean himself up, and by the time he was done, he actually looks like he's made of gold. Like there's being a gold dragon, and then there's looking like a fucking sentient golden statue made to look like a dragon.
Him shiny lad.
He is a very shiny lad right now, as Carly says.
Very shiny boy.
Tamatoa would love him.
shiny.
All right. So after you get out of the bath and you went everywhere with the cleaning, every single nook and cranny. You left no place untouched. At that moment you
no place.
you get spend no expense.
no expense.
So you get out of the tub, you get what are you gonna wear? Are you gonna wear like your normal clothes?
Basic, like, you know what Aragorn wore in that scene in Rivendell when he talked to Arwen?
Yes.
Basically that.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
He want to look good for his lady.
For his woman. All right. At that moment, you get yourself spruced up. You are clean. You are shaven. You are smelling fine right now. Which then comes to the penultimate question here. Zethar kind of hovers up to you and just simply says, "Okay, now this is pretty unorthodox, but I need to ask you because this is right now your time. Do you even want me there?"
Oh,
As Strider kind of like looks around and is just like, I want you nearby just to make sure, things don't get interrupted. I want to take her out on a nice date, and I want to make sure things are all good.
All right,
You can show yourself to her because I know you prepped yourself well. You gotta show off them nice skills to her, my dude. But you can. But after that, you just fly around and you can keep an eye out.
All right, can do. I'll stay close, but not too close. Other than that, I think you're good to go, man.
All right, just bump.
Yeah.
so cute.
All right. So you leave Voight's Manor and you are dressed for the night. You after coming back from a hunt where you're just all grimy and in hunting clothes, you quite literally look like a completely different person. Very rarely do you let yourself be this clean. No. So as you're walking, you head up to the already Voight's Manor is in a pretty high class section, and you don't really have to go far to get to Amaya's residence, which is just one floor above where Voight lives. So are you wanting to get something like on the way, or are you just beelining straight for Amaya's home?
I'm gonna get her some flowers.
You're getting her some flowers, okay.
As you should.
All right, so I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. Just deduct 3 silver from your funds, and we'll say that you got like a bouquet of just an assortment of jungle region wildflowers.
Cool.
All right, you got your flowers. You got all cleaned up. You are.
He's good to go.
I can win. I can do it.
Walks up to the door.
Yeah.
There's no answer right away until the door opens, and standing before you is Amaya, and she's in like her typical work uniform, Like
Yeah.
you know that Amaya works basically helps helps with all of like the banking offices of Acheron. So she's still
Yeah.
kind of in her work uniform right now, and she just goes like, "Oh, Strider, you caught me literally just when I came back home. And oh my, are these? Did you get these from me?
Why, of course, my love. I wanted to get you these and take you out for a very nice dinner.
Oh,
I would
him
a-
good boy.
He's a very good boy. Oh, I would absolutely love that. Stay right there for just a moment. She takes the flowers, and she then closes the door on you. However, what's your passive perception?
Oh, for him?
Yeah, for him.
17.
17. All right. So I'm not going to make you roll for this. You make your way. You kind of look over past the door and you see like there's a window on the side of the building and you kind of see her like smile, look around, smell the flowers, give a little hop and then she just kind of like walks over. She's now out of sight.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes pass and she finally walks back out of her home and she's she's a high elf, so everything she wears looks very fancy, but this is
Yeah.
definitely fancier than a work uniform.
Mhm.
So she walks out and she goes, "All right, Strider, show me where you wish to take me." And she like offers her hand like this.
And he takes it, kisses it, and puts his arm around hers, and they clasp her hands. And his, so like their arms are like intertwined and their fingers are intertwined, and he takes her to a nice restaurant in Akron.
All right.
Aw.
And this is indeed a very, very nice place. Like there's very few actual sit down places in Acheron because like again, the majority of the economy is done by the hunters. So everything's got to be fast paced, which is why the majority of food and supplies is done by just like fast stands. So sit down places like this are reserved for like the high class here.
Yeah.
But because of all of your recent hunts and the gold you've accumulated, you are easily able to swing this. So you're taken to this very nice place, which actually is built out of one of the balconies that kind of stretch out past the mountainside, and you can see like that side of the island of home. And in this case, you're seeing the desert and the swamp, which are right next to each other. And already, we're gonna say some time has passed, and it's like 5:30 right now. The sun has obviously begun to set. However, it hasn't quite touched the horizon just yet.
Mhm.
You guys are seated at a table, and with that, Amaya hasn't even looked at her menu yet. She goes like, "Okay, so tell me, I heard that you actually came from another successful hunt. What was this one like?"
Oh, we went to this swamp area, and it's really cool in there. However, it's did kind of smell a bit, but it was real interesting. The wildlife there was just fascinating. However, we encountered and had a fight in this area. So we had to fight this Gorgon. But Daff was able to do the final blow on it and take it down. And actually, I was able to actually get some of the metal from its hide to bring back
Ooh.
to help out with our party and make sure we all have some good armor and things of that nature. And then, what else to talk about here? Then Lorelei was able to get some good meat from it. However, instead of us actually having
Is good
that,
meat.
is good meat, we actually encountered the Archbeast, the Hydra, while we were there.
At that moment, her smile just kind of drops right there because the moment you mention Archbeast, she kind of returns back to that night when you got pounced upon by the Goralion.
Yeah.
And she goes like, "Wait, you saw the Archbeast? What happened?"
And to say that it has multiple personalities is an understatement. Let me tell you. But we were actually able to have a nice discussion with the Hydra, and it's concerned that whatever is attacking all these archbeasts, it seems as though it has gotten all the archbeasts concerned, like in a tizzy. They're all just very concerned.
One of my
However,
favorite words.
Tizzy.
Sorry.
Tizzy. Much like Jet, I have my word of the day toilet paper.
I love that.
I love that's canon now in Archivist. However, going back to this.
Can't believe you put him in Archivist.
I
Oh
did.
god.
He just
Sidebar,
goes,
real quick. I love their
That's fine.
dynamic. Anyway.
oh, that's gonna be a fun dynamic. Anyways, Strider goes, but we were able to talk to it, and even the Archbeasts don't really seem to really truly know what this being is that's attacking and disturbing the natural order of the ecosystem here on home. But it did say that if we were able to learn enough and prove ourselves, it would personally help us in fighting whatever this thing is.
Oh my. To think that
Yeah.
there's something out there that is actually making the archbeasts themselves concerned and is powerful enough to actually kill one of them. And you see her just kind of like visibly shudder for a moment at the very thought of this.
Ryder puts a hand on top of hers and claps around and goes,
Aww.
perfect. I won't let that thing lay a finger or harm you. And if it does, it will regret it.
At that
And
moment,
they take the hand up and kisses her hand and then claps in both of his hands.
at that moment, as you both are just gazing at each other, you then actually see Amaya's eyes go from looking into yours and actually past you for a moment, and while she is still smiling, there's a look of curiosity there, and then and then Strider, you hear behind you, "Ah, Miss Amaya, I didn't know that you were also going to be dining here today." And you recognize this voice, Strider.
I turned and looked.
And standing behind you is Mogul. And Mogul just has on like this very courteous smile, and he goes like, "Oh, it certainly is a nice surprise to see my favorite assistant now dining in the same restaurant as I am. This is a lovely little predicament. Aren't you going to?
I'm not making this awkward, am I?
I'm not making this awkward, am I?"
I love the drama.
Just literally everyone else in the restaurant is just.
Ryder in his mind is telepathically talks to Zephyr. Burn him in the ass and fly away. Burn him in the ass and fly away.
Is this a bad time to mention that I've seen you both?
That's a joke, but I'm just going like.
Is this a bad time to mention that I've seen you both?
I like how it cut out when you were gonna say naked, so it kept it very vague.
Wait, so hold on. So Strider, are you actually trying to send a telepathic message to?
No, I don't have that capability.
Oh, I thought you did for a moment.
That was gonna be really.
I don't. Let me see here. I don't think I do, but I could be wrong. Let me see.
It'd be really funny if you did.
Smurfs.
It does not say that I can talk to it telepathically.
God
That was
damn.
mostly a joke, anyways.
Okay.
That would have been really funny.
Right?
So anyway, Mogul goes, Amaya, aren't you going to introduce me to who you're with here? And Amaya just kind of like, she kind of shuffles a bit, and goes like, oh, yes, Mr. Mogul, this is Strider. He is one of the Greyblades, and he is also my Actually, that's a good question because I don't want to say boyfriend. They're definitely more than that.
He's courting me.
What would be
You
the term?
don't say that to someone you work with.
The technical term, I guess, would be partner. Though Strider, it does have a plan to later on actually truly pop the question.
Right.
So he's courting her.
He is courting.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, she's in the upper levels. He's not living with her at this time.
Then she's your bae.
Yeah, she's my bae, like before all else.
Hey, boo. Hey, boo. How's it going?
Hey, what it do, baby boo? How you feeling?
How you do, baby?
Hey, how you doing?
Technically, it would be.
I'm good.
Wait, hold on. What?
Sorry.
Technically, we could say part.
You know what? For lack of a better phrase, we'll go with partner. Because I honestly can't think of what a better term would fit in this
He's
situation.
courting her.
Yeah, but we need an actual noun, not a verb. We learned this in Schoolhouse Rock!
Schoolhouse Rock can take that shit and shove it up my ass.
Words for
Who do you court, John?
lover.
No.
Yeah, because I'm curious to know as well.
He's my betrothed.
Well, no, they're not engaged
I
yet.
know.
Yeah.
Speaking as somebody who actually plays Amaya in the RP server, she would slap him in the face.
This is
Y'all
my
can't come up
bitch.
with the right word. Beloved.
Beloved! Okay, there we go.
Oh no, I think we should go with Liam's.
God.
My beloved.
Beloved.
This is my bitch.
Stridar wants to be murdered.
Nope. He is a smart man. People may undermine his brains, but he is a smart man.
And so Amaya, picking up back where we left off before we went off on that wild tangent, Amaya goes,
Not sorry about that one. Sorry about it.
we know. Amaya goes, this is Stridar. He is one of the Greyblades, and he is also my beloved. And at that moment, you see Mogul turn his gaze, and he looks right at you, Stridar. And he still has, like, that very courteous smile and goes like, oh, you are one of the Greyblades. I think I might have caught sight of you. Well, someone who is on very good terms with Lady Amaya here is definitely on good terms with me. And he extends his hand out for you to shake.
Stridar, though he does not like this man, will put on a good facade and shake it, and will shake his hand, especially since he doesn't want to get Baldric or Gora into any trouble. And he will smile back at him and goes, "It is nice to formally meet you two, sir."
The pleasure is all mine. The Greyblades were a little pet project of mine that has thankfully flourished and is well protecting the city. It is a wonderful meet one of your kind here, and he lets go of your hand. Now then,
It's always good to meet the underlings.
It's always good to meet the common folk.
Stridar just hears in his head Kara's voice going, punch him in the nuts, punch him in the nuts, punch him in the nuts.
I needed something to spit on today.
Stridar just smiling and just imagining himself and Nathar is burning him alive while Kara's just going to his balls.
At that moment, Mogul does keep up that smile, but he does give like a little eyebrow raise as he just kind of tilts his head for a moment before he pulls his hand away and goes like, now then, I do apologize for interrupting your lovely little dinner. Please do carry on. I do apologize. At that moment, one of the waiters walks up with your drinks.
And accidentally spills it on him.
What?
Oops, my bad.
One of the drinks one of the drinks, the waiter walks up with the drinks and goes like, here are your refreshments before your dinner is served. But then you see Mogul go like, oh, no, please, allow me, Amaya and Stridar. And then you actually see him not lift up a hand as he looks towards the two glasses, and they slowly start to levitate off of the platter, and they are both placed on the table directly in front of you.
I don't know what it is about Moogle. I hate him.
Mogul.
I know what I said.
I know.
Kupo, bitch!
His name's now Moogle, much like the other guy's name is Oogway, and the other guy's
It's Dastin.
name is Dastin. Strider goes, oh, that's a neat trick that you have there.
It is a little thing that I've long developed in my many years of helping this fair city of ours prosper. Now, again, I do apologize for interrupting. Please, do carry on. Amaya, it was wonderful to see you again, and thank you for the good work you put in today as well. And Amaya gives like a very courteous bow to her superior before the big guy turns around and he walks off. And as he walks off, you see him sit down at a table at what looks like a higher platform. Strider, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Nah, he ain't gonna risk him. So that's I got +7 to my perception, so that would be a dirty 20.
All right, dirty 20 is perfectly fine. So while they are too far away to like know what's exactly going on, as Mogul, well, I'll wait until you come back.
Oh, I was just turning off the timer. So
Oh, perfect. So as you kind of watch Mogul walk away, and he goes to like one of the higher tier little platforms of this same whole balcony area, you see that he's walking up to a table that is way more ornate than yours. And you notice that he's actually not the only one there. He seems to be meeting someone, and you catch sight of someone who looks like another high elf, very tall, with very long blonde hair. And they both, you don't really see them talk or anything, but they kind of shake hands, and then they both kind of sit down. They put in their orders, and then you see them talking, but you can't hear what's going on there. At that moment, Amaya kind of looks back to you. Strider, are you okay? I am so sorry. Mogul can definitely be a little eccentric when it comes to meeting his workers outside of work.
You don't say. He says, and he's like, he looks at her and smiles and goes, enough. Okay, Amaya. Strider goes, yeah, that's not it's not the first time that I've had an interaction with him. But he looks over there and looks at the Fandriel wannabe that's there. For those that don't know, Fandriel's Legolas's dad in Lord of the Rings. He's that guy.
Played by Lee Pace.
Yeah. I'm just like, the first thing that pops into my head, I'm like, Fandriel, you asshole. You mean you don't know love. Anyways, he just goes, I can't really tell who he's meeting with. But
who he's meeting with? And Amaya just kind of like leans over in her seat, and she catches sight. Not anyone I know. Never seen them before.
Well, let's not worry ourselves tonight with that. Tonight is about us.
Indeed it is,
Right.
beloved. And you clink your drinking glasses, and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah, so on a very happy note, but definitely setting up some stuff. And yeah, that is the end of it.